If you watch the news at all, I'm sure you've heard of Don Lemon, and I'm sure you've probably seen that he and Tucker Carlson were both canned today. Now, let's get into some tea from a couple of weeks ago. Yes, this is some gossip, but this article is from Jezebel. It says Don Lemon's co-workers spilled the tea on his deep misogyny, bullying, texts, and dating a 22-year-old. I hadn't heard about this, but in February, Don Lemon was pulled because of sexist comments characterizing Republican presidential candidate Nikki Haley as past her prime. He returned days later, and he didn't address the controversy. His show proceeded business as usual. But the plot has now thickened. In a lengthy report published on Wednesday, Variety talked to more than a dozen of Lemon's former and current CNN coworkers about his alleged history of sexist behavior and disrespect for female colleagues, including sending a series of threatening messages to a former co-anchor in 2008 that resulted in an HR investigation. Lemon reportedly wasn't assigned to work with female co-anchors for over a decade after the alleged incident, and noticeably buried in Variety's report is Lemon's alleged long-term relationship with a 22-year-old employee around 15 years ago when he was 41. So the quote towards the bottom of this page, it says, "As fast as you could make a rule, Don would bend it," says one senior executive at the time. And this is probably because of fear from the company of backlash, considering he is a gay man, a gay black man at that. So maybe they're thinking about the potential lawsuits of discrimination or whatever. The 2000s were certainly a different pre-Me Too era, but dating a lower-ranking employee with a major power imbalance sounds pretty eyebrow-raising. Of course, he didn't face any consequences for that, nor for the concerning text from an unknown number sent to Kyra Phillips, Lemon's former co-anchor who received a promotion over him in 2008 after the texts were reportedly traced to him. One of them reads, "Now you've crossed the line and you're going to pay for it." Don says the alleged incident never occurred and that he was never notified of any investigation. The Variety report suggests that, according to Lemon's current and former colleagues, he's long skirted accountability thanks to his relationships with the higher-ups. But since Lemon's misogynistic comments about Haley earlier this year, prompting CNN to require him to undergo formal training. So this might be why he was let go today. Y'all chime in. It has been an interesting day for the news media. Along with Don Lemon being canned, Tucker Carlson was also let go from Faux News. TV host Tucker Carlson and Faux News have agreed to part ways. We thank him for his service to the network. The news comes nearly 1 week after the $787.5 million settlement agreement between the network and Dominion Voting Systems, which accused Fox of knowingly pushing false conspiracy theories. So Faux News was out here lying. They knew they were lying, and they were still pushing the conspiracy theories. But Fox defended its coverage, dismissing the suit as a political crusade in search of a financial windfall. As part of its discovery process, Dominion in February filed court documents containing emails, texts, testimony, and other private communication from Faux News personnel, including Carlson, in which they appeared to cast doubt on claims involving Dominion versus what they said to their viewers. On November 8th, Carlson privately texted his producer that the allegations about Dominion were absurd, according to the Dominion filing. Also that day, Carlson's producer texted him about his own doubts. "I don't think there is evidence of voter fraud that swung the election. The software poop is absurd," Carlson allegedly responded. So this man out here, knowing that he is lying, just still went on TV, knowing that his viewers take whatever they say, even though it's wrong, and they run with it, and then they use the conspiracy theories and overload social media with memes, because that's just how their viewership is. So Carlson is out. I'm sure he will get a podcast where he will still keep pushing his half truths. Anyways, you guys get in the comment section. Tell me what you think. Like, comment, share.